Why income security looks different today, the shift every sole provider needs to understand. The employment landscape is changing. For decades, many professionals were taught to believe that long-term security comes from one stable job, one employer, and one predictable paycheck. That model is changing rapidly. Across industries, professionals are watching the rise of AI, automation, contract-based work, restructuring, and economic unpredictability reshape the way income and employment function. Roles that once felt permanent are evolving faster than many expected. Entire departments are being streamlined. Freelance and contract work are replacing traditional employment structures. Technology is reducing the need for repetitive tasks, and economic pressure continues to affect households around the world. For thoughtful professionals and sole providers, this shift can feel deeply personal, because when everything is dependent on one income, uncertainty carries a different emotional weight. The question many people are quietly asking is no longer, "How do I climb higher?" but rather, "How do I remain stable in a world that keeps changing?" Stability is no longer passive. One of the biggest mindset shifts of the modern economy is this: stability is no longer passive. In the past, security often came from staying in one place long enough. Today, security increasingly comes from adaptability. The professionals who navigate uncertainty best are often the ones developing additional capabilities, learning digital skills, diversifying income opportunities, and building flexibility into their lives. This does not mean abandoning traditional work. It means understanding that relying on a single source of income may no longer provide the level of protection it once did. Quietly building greater flexibility. Many professionals are no longer looking for overnight success. They are looking for greater breathing room. A practical way to use small pockets of available time to build additional digital capabilities, automated systems, and long-term online assets that are not fully tied to one employer or one income source. Some are choosing business models that allow them to build around existing responsibilities, create automated online systems over time, earn 100% profits from their own digital assets, develop income streams that continue working beyond hourly and manual effort. For those exploring a simpler, structured path toward modern financial resilience, you can download the complimentary online income blueprint here. Security today requires adaptability, and adaptability is becoming one of the most valuable forms of personal resilience. Why sole providers feel the shift more deeply. For sole providers, financial uncertainty is rarely theoretical. It affects daily decisions, long-term planning, stress levels, and future confidence. When one income supports an entire household, disruptions can feel overwhelming. This is why more professionals are beginning to rethink what modern financial resilience looks like. Not through panic, not through fear, but through preparation. Many are exploring remote income opportunities, digital skills development, online business models, flexible side income streams, simpler, lower overhead lifestyles, multiple streams of capability and income. These shifts are not simply trends. They are adaptive responses to a changing economic landscape, AI, automation, and the new workforce reality. Artificial intelligence and automation are already transforming industries worldwide. Tasks that once required human labor are increasingly being automated through software, systems, and machine learning. This does not necessarily mean people will stop working, but it does mean the nature of work is evolving. The professionals most likely to thrive in this environment are often those who continue learning, build transferable skills, embrace digital tools, develop personal brands, create value beyond a single employer relationship. Future-proofing starts now. Waiting for certainty may no longer be the safest strategy. Building flexibility may be. Resilience is the new wealth. For many people, wealth used to mean accumulation alone. Today, resilience may be even more valuable. Resilience means the ability to adapt, the ability to pivot, the ability to recover, the ability to create opportunities in changing conditions. A resilient person is not dependent on one fragile structure remaining unchanged infinitely. Instead, they develop systems, skills, and habits that increase their capacity to navigate uncertainty with greater confidence. Resilience is the new wealth, and increasingly, it is becoming one of the most important forms of modern security. From outdated assumptions to proactive adaptation. The old assumption was simple: work hard, stay loyal, and security will follow. For some, that model may still work. But for many professionals today, the reality is more complex. Economic shifts happen faster. Technology evolves rapidly. Industries transform unexpectedly. The professionals adapting best are often those willing to evolve their thinking before they are forced to. That evolution may include learning online income skills, creating secondary income streams, building digital assets, simplifying expenses, developing greater self-reliance, expanding personal capabilities. The goal is not fear-driven hustle. The goal is thoughtful preparation. A new definition of financial security. Perhaps the future of security no longer lies in depending on one institution, one company, or one paycheck alone. Perhaps modern stability comes from building a wider foundation. A foundation made up of skills, adaptability, digital capability, personal resilience, flexible income opportunities, lifelong learning. The future may belong to people who build multiple streams of capability and income, not because they are chasing excess, but because they understand the importance of preparing wisely for a changing world. The employment landscape is changing, and those who respond proactively may place themselves in a far stronger position for the years ahead. Building for the economy ahead. The people adapting best to today's changing economy are often not the loudest or the fastest. They are the ones quietly building skills, systems, and ownership in the background. Even a few focused hours per week can compound into valuable digital assets over time. That is why more professionals and sole providers are exploring automated online business models that allow them to build flexible income streams while maintaining full ownership and 100% profit potential. Because in a changing world, building something of your own may become one of the most valuable forms of security. If you'd like to explore a simple, step-by-step digital blueprint designed for busy professionals and sole providers, you can learn more here. Final thought. Financial resilience is no longer only about earning more. It is about becoming more adaptable, more capable, and more prepared. In uncertain times, proactive adaptation may become one of the most important investments a person can make, because security today looks very different than it once did. And future-proofing starts now.